everyone, welcome to Cuddy's Bookshelf. So today is reading wrap-up day. So this is my March reading wrap-up. I read 9 books in the month of March, and the first one was The Universe of Us by Langleaves. This is a poetry collection. I really enjoyed this one. I enjoyed this as much as the first lot of poetry that I read from Langleaves, and my favourite one, well, one of my favourite ones in it was called Within Reach, and it goes like this. I wish the love I have come to meet was not an itch within my reach. I wish the prize was so far flung that I could not cry if it were not won. I wish the dream was placed so high that my panicked heart wouldn't dare not cry. And I just thought that was so, but yeah. So first one, poetry collection by Langleaves. Loved it. So the second book that I read was Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zavin. This made me cry. I honestly, this is a 5-star. This had my heart. It was about gaming, which I love personally myself anyway. I loved hearing about the use of games to draw people together, because in the news you're always hearing about games causing violence and games doing this, that and the other. And this shows that side of it, but it also shows the other side of it, where how games like bring people together and how much they can mean to people. So it is about 2 kids, a boy and a girl, that meet in a games room in a hospital, and they form a bond through gaming, and then they go their separate ways, and then later on in life they find each other again and decide to make a game together. And I highly recommend this. It was just so good. It was such a good reading time. The next one was Orange. So this is a manga by Ichigo Takuno, and this is such a heartwarming. So this is about a girl that's about to go into 11th grade, and she receives a letter from herself that's 10 years in the future, and it is about that the exchange student that's going to start that day, something bad will happen to him in the future if she does not change things. So she passes that off as a prank. Someone's pranking her, like, this isn't possible. But then some things in the letter start happening, and so she starts believing, and she tries to make some changes. It is very heartwarming. I cannot wait to get into the volume 2 of Orange, and another really lovely heartwarming book. So the third book I read was Belladonna by Adeline Grace. This was, I need to stop saying that everything's so good. Everything is so good, but this was phenomenal. This was airy and gothic, and it has Death in himself as a character, and it is about a girl that's orphaned, and she gets passed around to different relatives, but Death follows her around. So she has got a reputation for being cursed. The auntie that she's currently staying with, Death comes and gets her, and so she gets moved to a manor what her uncle owns, and his wife has just died, and his daughter has the same illness and is very poorly, but a ghost comes to her and tells her, the ghost of her auntie comes to her and tells her that she was poisoned, and that makes her investigate what her cousin is going through. Is she's being poisoned? Who's doing it? Who killed her auntie? And she requires the help of the stable boy, the man in the stables, to come and help her, and also she has the help of Death, and it's just such a good gothic tale. Highly recommend. Next one is a little bit lighter. This is a contemporary romance, Fixer Up by Tessa Bailey. This is a contemporary romance. It's about a girl who doesn't get taken seriously. She isn't part of the family business. She has her own business. She's a clown and goes round to parties and events, and she wants to expand her business and for people to take her more seriously, because none of her family does. And he is an professional baseball player, and he had an injury, so he's come back to their town to work with her brother on some contracting business, and helping with the houses and stuff. And it's like a forbidden love, because his like best friends with her brother, like friends of the family. They've grew up together, and he starts seeing her in a different light as she starts helping him to get out of his like depression from losing his baseball career. And it's a cute romance. It's got some good smutty scenes in it, and I am looking forward to reading the following 2 in the trilogy, which has got some of the reoccurring characters from that one. The next book that I read was another manga, and it was One Piece. And this was the first 3 volumes in an omnibus, and I enjoyed this. I'm looking forward to the next one. This was a long waited. I really enjoyed it. It is about a man called Monkey D. Luffy, and he wants to be a pirate king. He wants to find the One Piece, and he accidentally eats a fruit that makes his body like rubber, so he can't swim. Characters in this you sort of fall in love with straight away. You like form an attachment to them, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. So the last 3 books that I read are all in the same series, which are Zodiac Academy books 1, 2 and 3. I have an obsession. Hello, my name is Emma, and I'm addicted to Zodiac Academy books. Hi, Emma. These are some of the most addictive reads I have read in such a long time, and literally as it gets to the end of the book, I'm like, I need the next one. I need the next one. I need to know what happens. I need the next one. And this is all Jodie's fault. Jodie from Vanilla Moon, I love you dearly. Thank you for introducing me to Zodiac Academy and having it in my life, because oh, it's so good. So good. So this is about these twins that are living in poverty, but then they get found and taken to the Zodiac Academy. They have magic in them they didn't know. They are heirs to a throne that they didn't even know. Their parents have died, both the parents that they was left with and the parents that are the magical. And they go to the Zodiac Academy trying to figure out how to use their like control and use the magic within them, and to inherit what they are owed from their parents. But they didn't know that once going to school, there will be four lads that are currently the heirs to the throne, because they are the strongest in each of the 4 elements. And they try and make their life hell, because they want them to renounce the throne. No matter how many times they tell them they don't want the throne, they are still determined to get rid of them. And it sort of goes from there, and so good. It's got good smut. It's so addictive. It's so addictive. It's like Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop. Once you turn the page. It's like Short Circuit. Johnny 5 is alive. Like, I wonder if he dies in the end. She does. I can't wait for April. I've got a really fun TBR open to read some more Zodiac Academy. I hope you had a good reading month or so, and if you liked the video, then please give it a like. If you would like to see more from me, please subscribe, and I hope that you are safe and well and having a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you soon. Bye. I'm getting distracted because there's people looking by and I'm filming, and it's a bit weird. And it is just, it's so, you know when a book is, let me start that again. The next book, it's gone so dark. Let there be light. So that is a very shaky camera stand.